Well, we're back, sort of. We're at the midweek drop. We kicked the juvenile out, so Billy's not here. It's just Hunter and I. We thought we would talk to y'all, and so we're looking forward. So, Hunter, one of the things we talked about on Sunday was the data centers and your experience there at Festus. From your perspective, as someone who's kind of growing into the political awareness role, tell me what you saw, what you felt.
For sure. So I took this step into getting involved in the data center talk.
Yeah, it's a hot topic.
So I've been to three or four meetings, I think it was, 4 meetings. And, I feel like after the 4 meetings, I think that 4th meeting, I think it was like a step stool, like stairs. You're walking upstairs. Each stair you hit, it got taller. Yeah. And they got more loud and they got more disrespectful. And so I think that's kind of where I sat on it. Great. It was great for me to get out and speak and voice my opinion, voice the youth's opinion for how this will affect our future.
Did you get booed?
Of course, yeah.
I had to ask. I wasn't there.
Yeah. So, like I said, when they were holding it at the city council at the facility center there, it was great. We were able to voice our opinions and stuff like that. Not as many people there, but the meeting I went to where they held it at Festus High School, it was rowdy. Yeah. We had, the stands, they were packed. And if you were for data centers, you weren't going to be able to be heard because they were in the background. They were yelling at you. They were booing you. It really takes some guts to stand up and boo and yell at an 18-year-old who's invested in the future and bigger than me. So, that's kind of, where I stood on it. I felt, disrespected. I feel like that, my voice didn't matter to them. Right. And, I think it's something that impacts my future, and that's why I was there to speak on it.
Yeah, no, that's an interesting perspective, and I'm glad you did it, and I applaud you for the courage to stand up, whether you're for or against, but I applaud you the fact that you have the courage to have stood up. On this data center issue, I was invited along with 2 other citizen, non-elected people to work with the Jefferson County Council on creating data center regulations.
Yeah.
Right? So to build those protections, right? Noise, water usage, power usage, setbacks, all those things that matter to people.
For sure.
And I'm not aware of any proposal coming before Jefferson County, but I think to have the discussion in advance.
Yes.
And if Festus had done that, I think their lives would have been a little easier.
I think it would definitely help them out a little bit more. I think that you talked about, the things that people are most worried about and can impact us most. I think that's one thing that Jefferson County did great at is taking the steps to get ahead of it.
Yeah, no,
they know it's coming.
Yeah, the council was smart. They were proactive. I don't always agree with all the members of the council, but I appreciate the spirit of what they tried to do. I think it's also. We'll have to talk to Billy when we catch up to him. But I think it's important that the council took the time to take citizen involvement in sitting on a committee. So there was a gentleman who runs a small business, and there was a representative from labor there, and then myself with my economic development experience.
So you had 2 smart people and then you, right?
I was going to be nice to you till now, but I see how it is. Okay. But no, with the economic development experience that I do have.
For sure,
so,
very.
And it's so important to Jefferson County, but I think back to that representative government type thing. And you standing up, being willing to stand up and say, hey, this is how I see my future. Yeah. Because listen, the future is about you. As you said, some people don't take, listen, at my age, the future's not about me. Right? The future's about you.
I wasn't going to say it.
Yeah, well, you would have. But I think it's important. And I applaud your courage in standing up. But I think for the people listening, the Jefferson County Council took the step. And I think you should read the regulations that are in there. You may not want data centers, but I think they've taken every possible consideration into play there. And so I think I think you'll see some good things come out of that.
I think that's fantastic that they're taking the steps to do this right. We know AI is coming. We know it's here, right? And it's only going to get more. You have one press of the button and you can have AI on that phone.
That's right.
It's here. Growth is here. And it's the time that we're either going to sit back and let it run us over, or we're going to take advantage of that for the future of Jefferson County.
Yep. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for joining us for the after show here on Jeffco Patriot Radio. We kicked Billy out because we thought Hunter and I'd probably have a better conversation. So we're glad that you took the time to check us out. We're on Facebook, YouTube. I want to thank everyone at News Talk STL for being here and Jeffco Patriot Radio.